What do Ham and Cheddar, Blushy Minecraft, Jesse Cox, and Ludwig all have in common? They've all interacted with me recently. Hi, I'm Michael. Have you ever wanted to meet a famous person? Do you have video ideas that would only work if Vsauce were in it? Do you have a massive stream plan that you need Pokimane to be on? Fear not, for this internet nobody has the secret to opening the door necessary for all of this to happen. But how much does all this information cost? 12 easy payments of hitting that subscribe button. That was gross. Order now while supplies last. So you want to collab, huh? Let's say, hypothetically, you want to put on a game show, like maybe a spelling bee. Oh, but you want to get big name streamers on. All right, so what do? You give up. Maybe you want Ludwig or Mizkif or Critical on the show. That'd be one banger show, right? Well, you might have a small issue. So what do? That's right. You bring your friends along to join in, and you have an absolute blast doing so. And then maybe you do the show again, but now that you've done it once, you invite more people onto it. And hypothetically, this show is something that I did for 3 months and saw massively increasing results. And I know, I keep teasing on how I get people onto my show and how I get to interact with all of these fun people. I'll get to it right now. First things first, if you want to collab with someone, you need something to offer. Devin Nash talks about this a lot, that if you want somebody to do something that benefits you, you need to, in return, do something that benefits them. And usually, if you can, something that benefits them more heavily than it benefits you. What does my stupid little game show offer to people? Well, I offer prize money, clips, and a fun night. Ludwig also talks about this in his before becoming a streamer, watch this video. I think that's what it is. On how to collab creatively. He hired Otto, for example, because Otto would make free programs for Ludwig to use and put them in the subreddit. Wubby has a dude who makes music for him, just because he keeps making meme songs. If you can prove your worth to somebody, you will absolutely get results. Trevor from Off Canny makes videos for OTK because he has a past history of making good creative videos with Cowchop and Off Canny. What I do currently to invite people onto my shows, only to invite them onto shows, is I make an email that's pretty similar for most, but customized for each person. It says who I am, when the show is, what's in it for them, and then I link a video and some clips to some previous stuff along with my channel. Then I give him a little compliment or a thank you, or like for Jesse's case, I told him that I've been watching since his channel was named OMFG Kata before World of Warcraft Cataclysm came out. And then boom, you're done. Keep it short and sweet. Don't make it more than a couple sentences long, all right? Next things next. Don't reach out to people if you don't mean it. I would never, ever, ever, ever invite somebody onto my show if I did not watch them. I would never ask somebody that I wouldn't get along with to be a part of my show. I wouldn't ask anybody that I don't like to be a part of my show. I would never use them for views. I only ever ask people if they want to be a part of my show if I think that we would have a good time and that we could possibly be friends. Now, I've exposed myself. What I mean is, if you've never watched XQC, don't invite him to collab. If you don't like what Mizkif does, don't invite him to stream. If you've only ever just heard of a streamer who has 100 concurrent viewers, don't invite them. You're just setting yourself up for failure and burning a bridge before one was probably ever built. Only ever collab with people that you like. Third things third. Punch up, but not too far. Look, as much as I'd like to think that I could get PewDiePie onto my spelling bee, we're probably a while off from that, right? This is my honest to God biggest lesson that I've learned from collabing. Probably. For every one big streamer you invite 2 smaller size streamers. That being said, don't spam people with requests and don't send too many out all at once. It'll hurt you in the long run if you're not careful. Why? Well, because sometimes you'll hook like a Jesse Cox and other times you'll more than likely hook a Greg or a hunter. And you know what? Usually small streamers have a much tighter community that would be more willing to interact with you anyway. So, hey, this also ties in with like a 3.5 rule tip. I don't know what this is, which is know your community. I have a lot of friends who are small streamers who wouldn't be able to list 10 of the top 50 streamers. Alternatively, I know a lot of friends who only ever watch people who have 10K plus viewers. To be able to collab, you need to be able to know what the top people are doing, while at the same time knowing what the community around you is like. And those people around you probably would like the benefits of doing cool, fun things with you. Last things last, don't be a dick. I know this one kind of seems very obvious, but trust me, there's a lot of people who don't understand this for some reason. I've seen a lot of shows where guests were treated very poorly. I usually make it a point to write jokes and little gags that would benefit them and where they're not the butt of the joke and are kind of like in jokes with their community as well. But sometimes if I feel like I'm going to take it too far with the joke or something, like with Greg and the spelling bee, I will talk to him about it beforehand. You always want people to have a good time because that's what gets the best result. Besides, would you want to be invited to something if you knew you were going to be the butt of the joke? Probably not. Finally, my last little piece of bonus advice. People will come, but most will not stay. You can get followers, subs, whatever you're looking for. But to be honest, out of all of the collabs, I've only ever gotten like 2 or 3 people that stay. And that's not at all a bad thing. I want to make sure you know that is not a bad thing. All I'm saying is collabing is a great way to get out there and meet people. And sometimes it's a great way to make new friends. So get out there and make something really cool. And if you only ever have your friends on it, then hey, man, you'll have a good time. But if you want to make money, I suck at outros.